Welcome to Dress Stories. Here we have a fabulous guest that I can't wait to deep dive into all of the amazing things that I know that you've brought here. So this is Linda Poignant, and I am really honored that you came to chat with us today.
Thank you so much, Angela. It was such a surprise. And
a surprise?
Yes. Oh, but I was really excited, and I've been thinking about it for a while. And I'm pleased to be here.
I think you're just such a natural. I'm gonna tell a little bit of a backstory in the sense that we worked together at Holt Renfrew back in the 80s. Right?
Yeah, it was. I know. I'd moved to Edmonton in 82.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how long did you work at Holt's?
I worked at Holt Renfrew probably for about 2 years. And I also worked for June's House of Fashion. I worked for the Messier family at number 11.
So if you're not Canadian, the Messier family, that's Marc Messier, the very famous box player. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, they were repurposing denim into jackets and adding fringe, and they also supplied European fashions from Germany, as Paul Messier was living there. And it was right on Jasper Avenue on 111th. And they also opened up a store in West Edmonton Mall. I think it was in existence for about 3 years.
Wow. So that's why I interrupted her before I even we got out of the gate. It's just because you've been a fashion sort of queen in our city, I think, and you have such a unique style. Holt Renfrew, again, for anybody who wasn't aware, that was originally it was part of the Neiman Marcus group, Neiman Marcus, Bergdorf Goodman, and Holt Renfrew. And then it became Holt Renfrew Canadian and broke away from those companies while we worked there, actually, I think.
Yes, and I do remember it being on Jasper Avenue.
I never shopped there, though. That was, I think, we're similar age. That was a bit before you moved. Anyway, so you told us a little bit about where you worked and everything, but what are you doing nowadays? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a full-time potter. I have a studio in our home, and I call myself a small batch potter. So I produce small functional wares. And I'm currently working on a collection that's called Climate Crisis. And it will be at the Gallery 501 in 2025.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. I've seen a few of your pieces on Instagram. I'm going to share your Instagram profile so that if viewers want to check it out, they can look at it themselves. Yeah, you're very talented.
Well, great. Yeah, thank you. And so I've always had a passion for ceramics. Been practicing since 1975, so that goes back a long time. And so since I've been retired over the last 6 years, I've had the opportunity to just go full force.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
No such thing as retirement, right?
No, it's not really retirement. No, it's a new chapter.
Right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your style maybe and how it's evolved over the last decade or so? That's kind of a big time frame. But
it is. But I have to tell you, when I sent you photos and I'm looking at 1977 and I'm looking at myself now, and my style hadn't really changed very much.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've sort of reinvented myself a few times, but I'm definitely a bohemian prairie girl.
That's a good description.
Yeah. So, yeah, a real eclectic mix of style. Love vintage, love pre-loved secondhand. Just about, I have it usually has a little bit of a bohemian twist to it. I also have a real passion for Ralph Lauren style as well.
When I was thinking earlier about asking who your favorite designer is, I would think Ralph would be one of the tops, right?
Yeah.
Is it, if not the top?
Yeah, he's right up there. And over the years, you think about how long he's been in the business and just, still keeps producing amazing, amazing pieces.
You sent me a link where there was that fellow that worked for Ralph Lauren and would help to source all the antique blankets and the turquoise and I'm a textile person myself, and blankets. And, we just had a fellow came in the store the other day and I don't buy off the street kind of thing. I'm not a pawn shop. I'm not. But this fellow he works in demolition.
Okay.
And he demolishes houses. And he said something, oh, I have this fur, I have that. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. And then he goes, there are these blankets. I'm like, blanket? Love it. Sure enough, I got these two beautiful. One is made in Galway, like an Irish wool, and another one is a hand woven. They went straight home, went into the washing machine, and they're my prized possessions right now. Like I love blankets and textiles.
And those kind of pieces are getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah,
and
right.
I know that we talked a little bit about auctions, and a lot of times I'll just sort of view pieces just to see what's out there. But yeah, those rare finds are definitely not as easy to access.
Well, probably pottery, that tactile mess, right? Pottery, textiles, fabrics, that's all that creative. So did you come from a creative family? Was your mom fashionable, or who was your big inspo at home, like from the home front?
Definitely my mom and my granny. My mom especially, like she had 4 of us, and she was a stay-at-home mom, so we were really fortunate to have her there. Providing, our shoes were always polished, our clothes were always ironed, a hot meal at lunchtime. She was pretty special and really fostered creativity and really saw us thrive. And she is, she's 86. And so,
oh, you still have
yeah, I still have my mom. So that's pretty special.
That's fabulous. So you said earlier that you moved to Edmonton. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Valleyview, a small town north of here. Yeah, it's sort of the fork in the road. You either head up to the Alaska Highway or you go to Peace River. So it's
beautiful country.
It is. And growing up in a small town really allowed us lots of freedom.
Like riding your bike too.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, there's such a difference in how kids are now compared to.
Yeah. I mean, forget all about the digital world. You got to play outside and build forts. And my dad had land north of town, so we were able to explore on his farmland and help out when we could.
There's a new term now that's called free play.
Okay, not familiar.
Free play just means what we were doing, being outside till 10 o'clock at night, or, you knew when the sun went down, you better be home. My mom would stand out on the porch and just call, but, we had no rules, we would tell our parents, so we rode our bikes around, but did we?
I know there were
got into all kinds of shenanigans, and it helps with your brain and problem solving, and there's all kinds of things that come with that.
Yeah.
And negotiating conflict and everything, and the younger kids don't have that because they've got organized play dates, and I think we come from a pretty lucky time.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure what pecking order you are, but I was a middle child. Oh, okay, because I was a middle child, and I was like the black sheep. So, yeah. And as I got to be a teenager, very rebellious.
And are your siblings into fashion, or you were just sort of the odd duck out kind of in that?
Just myself, actually. Yeah.
Did anybody else move to Edmonton?
They're all here now.
Oh,
yeah. My whole family's in Edmonton now. So it's a small world. Except my son, Kyle, he's in Grand Prairie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about Edmonton, how do you think Edmonton has, played a part in your sense of style, or has it? Like, how has the city helped to influence who you are? Or do you think there has been an influence?
I think there has been an influence, definitely. I spent most of my adulthood in a career at Sun Media, and then Post Media.
Oh, of course.
And so I was in the newspaper business for 25 years. And that particular job in advertising, again, we were downtown, South Side for the Sun, but downtown for the Journal. And style was part of the job. And the clientele as well. Like I had the art gallery. It was the Edmonton Art Gallery, then the Art Gallery of Alberta, the Citadel Theatre, Downtown Business Association, just to name a few. So definitely the clientele that I had gave me a freedom to dress a certain way.
I don't think I've ever seen you not looking style. I mean, I don't see you going for groceries or anything, but you always look fantastic.
Oh, well, when I'm sitting down in front of a pottery wheel with mud up to my elbows, that's a different story.
Though, yeah, yeah. So I don't even need to ask you if you're accessories or not accessories.
Oh, accessories. Totally.
So when we were together, Linda worked in the accessories department.
That's right.
Did that help to form you, or did you pick that department? I don't think we picked our department back in those days.
No, and I was actually in the salon for a while too.
Oh, okay.
And actually, Holt Renfrew was really good with providing training.
Yes.
And we'd have trunk shows, and it was an exciting place to be.
It really was.
Yeah, I missed that. There was, coffee breaks with girlfriends and a glass of wine after work. And yeah, it was fun. And
that was when Edmonton had that sense of community, of the downtown community where, the wine bar and the people would meet after work and discuss how their day was or how their sales were, who said what to who, or
No, there was definitely a sense of community, and downtown definitely was the place to be.
I agree. I miss it. And it's going to be another, 20 years before, unless they can find an anchor. Mm-hmm. And that seems to be the problem with a lot of major cities in Canada and in North America in general, is that when COVID hit,
yes,
it really did a number on the downtowns.
Yeah, and bricks and mortar, I'm grateful that you have a shop, because it definitely, it was a challenging time. And now that, here we are in 2024 and things have sort of turned around.
Yeah. But our city lost the big anchor downtown, and a lot of people didn't go back to the office to work. And so, anyways, that's a problem. We have to create another vibrant community. Maybe it'll be this community here.
I think so. I think 124th Street, it's definitely has a buzz, and it's talked about the Roxy Theatre. I know we're members and we come down here at least once a month.
New wine bar, new everything. So it's exciting.
Yeah,
so let's talk accessories. You should see some of these amazing pieces. Why don't you show us some of those great pieces that you brought?
Sorry.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is your favorite out of this little collection?
Well, I have to say this particular cuff. It was on your Etsy shop, and I saw it, and then I thought, I just absolutely loved it, and I was haunted by it. So I was so thankful when I called here and it was still here. But it's just such a precious piece.
That's beautiful.
And I wear it very
it's kind of brutalist, but yet has a little bit of that southwest kind of vibe to it too, with the turquoise. It's really nice.
Just gets better with age. This particular pin I've had probably for 30 years.
Maybe just tilt it up a little bit so that we can see the sparkle. That's gorgeous.
And I love the size of it too.
To find these gigantic brooches is getting really hard.
And all the stones are intact, which was quite rare. So that's one of my favorite pieces. This I haven't had for that long, but I use it actually to attach to belts and just as a statement piece.
So wearing it on the waist rather than the traditional way that people think of a brooch has to be here on their jacket. But
yeah, exactly. And then last year we were back in Rome, and of course I went to our favorite flea market. And this particular piece I saw and immediately knew I had to have it. So
this has got the Ralph Lauren vibe.
Yeah,
it's got every sort of thing that's fabulous that you look for.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about the name of that Rome market because, there's certain things we want to, we don't want to share because then it becomes so crazy. And then we'll have to think about whether or not we're going to share the name of that market in Rome. It's worth the trip to Rome.
And these vintage Gucci sunglasses too are just,
you need to put them
they
on.
are just amazing. So I'll just put these on. It's like your whole world lights up when you have them on.
Those are beautiful. Those are so beautiful. It looks like two pair of glasses.
These actually flip up.
Stop.
I know, right?
Wow. You know what else I like is that, have you ever, okay, this is going to date me about how old I am. Do you ever wear them driving at nighttime? Because they say the yellow will cut down on the glare, all those LED lights. Oh,
yeah, I haven't tried it, but I know my dad.
Amazing.
My dad had his own plane, so he always would wear yellow glasses, the aviation, when he was flying.
I love those. Those are fabulous.
Yeah, so these are just a small collection of treasures I've accumulated over the years.
And you buy, so this is just a dumb question. I'm going to ask it anyways, but you have always liked vintage and secondhand, right?
Yes.
What do you love about it?
Well, it's sustainable fashion. I love the stories that secondhand and pre-loved clothing tell. It goes back, Angela. Actually, we would shop the rummage sale. My mom, she would work at the United Church for the rummage sales. And she'd always say, no, you shouldn't buy that. Somebody will see you on Main Street. And so I insisted I had to go to the rummage sale. So I'd always sort of source clothing then. So I wasn't very old. I was probably about 12, 13. And then after that, my sister and I, we would... old denim, we had embroidery from the hemline.
Did you do the embroidery?
Absolutely, we did, yes.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. You don't have any pieces?
I wish I did. We'd cut the seam, we'd add flares, jean jackets that were embroidered. I mean, it was so much fun.
Did your mom do handiwork? Did she teach you that?
Her and my grandmother, yeah. And so, yeah, we'd have embroidery thread and just sit and create. And my mom also, she sewed a lot of our own clothes.
Back then, it was a little bit of both. It was because out of necessity.
Yeah.
My mom, we didn't have money growing up, but my mom would make us matching Easter outfits or matching pajamas. And now it's the opposite. Now, if you can make clothes, you've got to find that, a pattern is $30 and then the fabric, and then it's not quite as cost effective, as it used to be. Now people go buy a pair of kids' pants at Walmart for $5 or something. It's not the same.
And what about the Sears catalog?
Oh, Christmas one.
I know, it was so good.
We would take turns and circle all this stuff.
One dude.
I know. We did not get those things that we circled, but yeah it was fabulous.
And of course, for fashion, my mom would order off, we want a sweater or a dress, and it would come in the mail. And it was like Christmas when it arrived.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's really exciting, because I'm sure in Valley View there wasn't, what was there?
Oh, well, there wasn't a lot of retail. We'd go to Grand Prairie, but it's interesting because on Main Street, it was called Western Menswear, but they had a small rack of ladies' denim.
Oh, okay.
So you could get GWG, Lee, and Levi's. But it was,
Slim pickings.
Slim pickings. Yeah, exactly.
So there's another piece here that I tried on earlier, and I was like, what? You have to show this piece here. It is just to die.
This is just, one of those pieces. And again, Mongolian lamb. I have quite a collection of Mongolian lamb. I
want a collection of Mongolian lamb.
When Chintz and Company was still around, I bought 2 Mongolian lamb pillows in chocolate brown. And my foster dog recently chewed a corner out of one. But yeah, the vest is really, really something. And this was from a market in New York City. And it was the summertime. And of course, I was like, I have to have it.
Of course.
Yeah, this was one of those pieces. So,
I absolutely love it. I'm going to set it up here. That is just stunning. So what would you put together with that, or everything and anything, right?
pretty much, yeah. I've got like a black knit dress that's maxi. I'll throw it on over top. Big chunky gray sweater. I like it with jeans and a higher boot. Yeah, it just goes everywhere.
Is your husband a fashion guy?
No, he's not. He's not.
Does he appreciate your fashion? Does he feel pressure, or do you sometimes want to up his game a little bit?
Well, I do source clothing for him, but he's actually starting to come to markets with me when we're traveling. So that's something new. And so, but yeah, it's interesting though, because in our house, I went from having a closet to a room. I hate to admit it.
I don't have a room in this house, but I do have a number of closets. And in our old house, I had a room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he peeks in every once in a while and he's like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
But it's, you're buying secondhand, and it's such a joy, and you're circulating. Linda also consigns with Swish. So stuff that you're tired of, or that you're, it's all that circular way of in and out, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and I've been, after our days at Holt's, and then on 112th in Highlands, there you were. And I was like, hey, this is fantastic. And then we reconnected.
Yeah.
After that, and then it was Manual Life.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I've moved so many times. This is it. No more moves for me. But yeah, it's great. So I'm going to ask you another question. What is your favorite place? Where is your favorite place to travel for sourcing vintage or sourcing great pieces?
Yeah.
I know you've traveled a lot, and
there's a few, definitely New York. And I know you are going there in the spring, and you will just, it has everything you could want. Palm Springs, the last couple times I've been there, you have to go the first Sunday of every month. They have a vintage market, and I say put that on your list too.
We were going to go last year, and then we ended up going to LA, but Palm Springs is definitely on the list. Yep.
Yeah. And then right here at home, you look around here and you just have just exquisite pieces, something for everyone.
And Rome.
Yes, and Rome. Yeah.
I still dream about that market. I think I was there for about 5 or 6 hours the first day.
Yeah.
And then I went a couple months later and went again. And even though we got rained out, it was so funny because in Rome, when the skies open up, that big thunder and lightning and just torrential, and all the Italian ladies, they would hand me a plastic bag, like, to put on my head. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I just sort of found a spot in the building or under somebody's tent. But these older ladies had like a clear plastic bag over their head.
Well, and if you go back anytime soon, the Hotel Astrid where we stayed is just blocks away. So,
perfect. Yeah. So if it gets too heavy, that's my only thing, is that as I get older, it's too heavy to carry all the bags.
I know.
So I have to have a wheelie cart, or I have to have my husband come with me because he has to help me carry this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
So what is this amazing piece that you've got here on the arm? Looks like a kimono.
Angela, it is. It's a maxi length, again, with the incredible sleeves and pattern. And
I love a good kimono. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a treasure. And again, I've had this one 20 plus years. I'll wear them out everywhere.
100%.
Yeah. And so I wear this actually even as a dress to some events, and I'll just tie it with a men's tie and jazz it up a little bit. But it's just one of those pieces that...
it's stunning.
Yeah.
And, we've talked with lots of people about the whole cultural appropriation, and, even the Japanese say it's called cultural appreciation because they have millions of them that are going unused. And so as long as you're not being disrespectful or anything, absolutely, wear it. And these beautiful textiles, they deserve to be out at a new party, right?
Absolutely, they do. And I find that, again, I've got so many, I probably have about 10 that I wear regularly. And
you do need a room for
I do need I'm telling too much.
That's so beautiful. Where did you find this? You don't have to tell us exactly, but...
Yeah, again, it was secondhand.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we have time for another outfit.
Okay. Again, with my lifestyle, this particular piece I came across at a market, and it just... I had to have it. It fit too. I'm 5'10", so I'm able to actually wear a lot of clothes that a lot of other people can't. And of course,
this is the coolest flight suit type jumper thing I have ever seen. This is just wicked. Is it contemporary?
I don't think so.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely vintage. And then this belt, I happened at the antique mall, found this belt, and then this is perfect for a cell phone. So it just looks like I'm going to war.
No, but it's so smart, repurposing things like this. I mean, this is fantastic. I love it. Yeah, we went to Vancouver a few years ago and found matching flight suits, Natasha and I, at a vintage shop. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's got a really interesting label on it.
And what's great, again, with our seasons, you can wear it this time of year. Just, again, I could throw the vest over top. Yeah, it's just a fun piece to have.
So... my grandma used to say, how you were talking about your grandma. My grandma used to say, I don't want to play shuffleboard when I'm old. I never played it when I was young. And she goes, and don't even get me with those stretchy pants, And it's true that we pigeonhole, seniors. And it's funny that we're both getting to be seniors. And I mean, I can't even imagine that same kind of mentality as our grandparents faced. What's going to change in your style in the next 10, 15 years? Probably just getting more and more fabulous.
More eclectic. Right? I'm turning 65 in January.
Oh, yeah. So officially...
Yeah,
a senior.
I'm
turning 60. So
yeah, we have lots to celebrate.
Absolutely.
But yeah, age is really just a number. And I think that, we'll both, again, I look at different women, Iris Apfel, Martha Stewart. You look at these women.
Martha Stewart.
No.
Anyways, go ahead.
But it's just, they're ageless. And I mentioned a potter that I follow, Beatrice Wood. She lived to 105.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was she married?
No. Maybe we're on to something.
It didn't. Yeah. So I'm just joking. But yeah, 105.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I am so appreciative of the fact that you came and spent this time and shared these beautiful pieces. You brought other things too that we just didn't have the time. But to try and narrow down beautiful pieces that you brought was a tough challenge. And anyways, this is so fantastic. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you, Angela.
It was wonderful.
It was.